everybody. My name is Katie Lemieux.
And I'm Susan Block.
And we're both licensed marriage and family therapists in sunny South Florida. So listen, we're here today because we want to share with you 3 simple tips that can really help you in your relationship. We know that every couple is not really ready for therapy, and technically they really don't need it, but couples really want immediate, fast results.
They want to walk away immediately with some things that they can begin to do and implement in their relationships today.
Yeah, something tangible, something that they can put into their schedule. So that's what we want to help you to do. So let's talk about appreciation. I'm sure we're speaking to a lot of you directly, right? Do you feel appreciated by your partner?
Not.
Well, maybe if you're in a new relationship, maybe you do feel appreciated. But a lot of times when couples reach that 2-year mark, they feel less and less appreciated by their partner. You know, in the beginning of a relationship, when your partner would do something, you'd probably hang on every word. You thought everything they did was funny. And now those very same things annoy the heck out of you.
Yes, we hear that all the time in our practice. So just building, appreciation with a simple thank you, or going back to saying, I really appreciate that you took out the trash, or that you helped out with the dishes today.
Absolutely. And we suggest making a 2-week commitment to do this. So each of you doing this twice a day. Like Susan said, it could even be through a text. I like to share with couples, hey, remember when you first dated? There was a lot of things that you appreciated back then. Why don't you remind your partner about what you appreciated, and even doing some of the mundane things like you're saying that you usually don't say thank you for, and expressing appreciation. What's tip number 2?
So tip number 2 is touch. It's going back to, when you first started dating, I'm sure you were holding hands together, walking together side by side, or even just sitting in the car holding hands together. I often hear so often with couples, that they're not even watching the same TV shows anymore. One's in one room, another one's in a different room, and really getting back together on the same couch, watching a show together, and really committing to holding hands during that time. Or even if you're in the middle of a conversation, just a simple touch really goes a long way.
Absolutely. I remember in my younger years, one of the games that we used to play is at every red light, kiss each other, right? So that would be really fun to do. So touch is super important. I remember a couple that I actually worked with is that she really appreciated when her husband played with her hair. So even during session, he would kind of reach out and just kind of stroke her hair, and that meant a lot. So there's these simple things you can do with your partner, but I guess you got to communicate and ask a little bit. So the third tip is, and actually I want you to take a moment. So do you keep your agenda in your phone? Maybe you actually have a written agenda. So just go ahead and take that out for a moment. We'll wait for a second or two.
And we want you to actually look to see, you have your work stuff scheduled, you have doctor's appointments scheduled, you have all these things scheduled in your phone.
Meetings, maybe the PTA meeting, maybe a networking meeting. Probably some of that stuff is you actually really don't care to do.
Right.
But we're really curious. Where's your relationship scheduled in your calendar?
Probably not.
Probably not there, right? So unfortunately, we take urgent things or things that seem like a distraction and we put them into our calendar, but the really important things are often missing.
It's prioritizing your relationship. It's saying, I know I have a work meeting, I know I have to take the kids to, their sporting events, but I also want to prioritize my relationship. And doing that on a regular day-to-day basis, doing small, simple things and schedule those things really go a long way.
Right, making that commitment. My suggestion is kind of carving out a specific time on a weekly basis, whether after you put the kids to bed is that you sit down and talk about your day, or I really like the one where you talk about recharging your phone and your relationship. Share that with them.
Right, and so, at the end of the day, I'm sure your phones are, 10% needing a recharge. So why not plug your phones in, plug in the iPads, get everything charging, and take that opportunity to recharge your relationship. Sit together and just talk even for 5 or 10 minutes about things going on in your day, or ask each other how you are.
And there's a lot of great apps online, so you can look for apps. I suggest to couples buying the game Loaded Questions. There's a lot of interesting questions. Couples kind of get into the business talk of the day, so even when you go on a date night, if you're not spending quality time and asking quality questions, it might feel like the same type of thing.
Yeah, like what was your favorite vacation? Or, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? These are questions that you can really ask each other and dig deeper in the questions. More questions might come up just by asking that one simple question. So if you like these tips and you want more tips, definitely reach out to us and give us a call or send us an email.
Absolutely. Or even if you're struggling in your relationship and you're ready for some couples counseling support or coaching, we're happy to help. So go ahead and contact us.